Hey everybody, I'm at it again. Trying to get this horn to work. Anyways, long story short, but here's the long version of the short story. I took off the old horns. They weren't working, as you know. Yeah, these are the original horns. Took them off yesterday. Tried to hook up the new horn. Try to see if it would work. And what I was hoping is that I could just connect these two wires that go to the horns. But it's a bit of a different situation because this horn is just a single horn, but the other horns is two horns, right? And one wire goes to one horn and then the other wire goes to the other horn. And how I think it works is I think that power goes into this terminal right here, the top one, right? And how the relay, I suppose, works is it works like that. So the power comes in there and it activates the relay, and then the relay switch goes down and contacts that, and then there's a pathway for the electricity to go out the bottom one. So yeah, so I think that the juice comes in here and then it goes out the bottom and goes somewhere. Weather is really annoying right now, but it's not too bad, you know, it's nice and sunny out. Anyways, so what I did is I hooked it up and nothing happened, which was a little frustrating. But you know, it's not always completely easy. So what the TSM said is you know, if your relay is shot, then you need to get a new relay, and if your horns are busted, you need to get a new horn, and if the pathway of electricity in the circuit is interrupted by either like a broken wire or a loose connection or a dirty connection or something wrong with the horn or something like that, because the circuit apparently consists of the horn, the wires, the battery, the car frame, and the horn button, right? So if any of that is not connected somehow, it's not going to work. Or if your horn is continuously running, then that means that there's probably like something wrong with the button in your steering column. But that's not the case. So when you press the button on the horn button, you hear clicking, and that means that the relay is working, right? But there's nothing happening to the horn at all, right? And so I tried to do some tests, and they were all unsuccessful except for the wires getting warm, which means the juice was going to the wires. But I did notice that the lights inside the car were dimming quite a bit every time I touched the horn and like activated it. But anyways, there was a test in the TSM and it said ground the S terminal. I mean, this doesn't have an S on it anywhere, so yeah. So I just grounded this one, but I wasn't sure about what I was really supposed to be doing. And so I had it connected. I had both of these connected to the horn, and then I had a negative, you know, like a ground wire, like this big long one, connected onto the negative clip here with one of these alligator clips. So I had it connected on there like that, and then had it trailing all the way down to the ground strap. And then after that, I thought, well, it's telling me to ground the S post on the relay. And so that was that one. And so what I did is I grounded it. And then I thought, well, where's a good place to put it for a ground? And then I jammed it into the ground area of and I jammed it into an available area of the ground for the battery. And when I put the negative on the battery, and then I put the positive on the battery positive post, it was actually like bzz, 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 and it started like welding, and I immediately stopped because I was like, okay, my ignorance is endangering me and I should not do that. And so I took a break, went outside, made a coffee, thought about how the battery could have exploded right in my face. And the biggest shame of it all would be that it wouldn't have been captured on video. You know, it would have been a horrible accident, but it would have been epic if it was captured on video. But anyways, so what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to connect this onto the positive post of the horn, and then I'm going to take this, which is the negative, which is the ground, and I'm going to connect it with this like that, and then I'm going to connect the other end back over to the ground strap down here. And then I'm going to try this one more time, and then after that I don't really know what to really tell y'all. You know, I'm not the smartest knife in the drawer, you know, but I don't really know what else I would be able to do as far as a test. So here goes. So I got a positive apparently connected to the positive of this this horn, and I've got nothing really metal touching this positive over here, and I've got the negative connected to the negative going back into a ground. And just before I connect the battery and possibly blow myself up, I'm gonna have a nice sip of this coffee I just made myself. Also, if you need some asphalt sprayed, my neighbor can do it. That's his phone number. You're in the Victoria area, Ash Creek Coating Specialist. They can fix your driveway or whatever he does. Alright, so here it goes. Alright. Make sure that's somewhere nice and cozy. Connecting the negative. And here I go. I'm actually getting it down a little bit low. Ah, it didn't explode. It's okay. Alright, so let's try and see if it works. Let's try and see if it works. Electricity's on. Pressing the horn button. Oh, it worked. It worked. I solved the mystery. That's great. That's great. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it again so everybody can hear what my horn sounds like. Just in case nobody heard it the first 2 times. That's great. It's one of those old-fashioned ooga horns. That's great. I'm so glad I figured it out all on my own. Well, Trout Willie from the forum, he helped me out, and he was like, "Hey, do this," and I did that, and didn't really do a whole lot, but I think that what I was doing is I had the positive connected to the negative, and then I was trying to, you know, sort of make the ground happen at the same time on top of the positive. So I guess that's why it was not and that's why it was unsuccessful. But that's cool. It's pretty loud, blasting right at your face. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So anyways, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna figure out a way to mount it. I'm gonna figure out a way to mount that sucker. It's gonna have to go right up there underneath the battery. Yep. Alright guys, I'm gonna do a little bit more work on that, and then after that I'm gonna go to bed. You know, I gotta wake up early tomorrow. Cool. Alright, 1958 AMC Rambler Super, part 114. Thanks a lot, everybody. Bye-bye.